I mean, this isn't a judge, it's just fact, right? No. And we have 2 bases? We have multiple bases, but we have a final. Ah, okay. We have a final base, okay, that's awesome, we're getting there. Those appendages have to be completed and put on your final base. What happens after that is your programmers have to design an autonomous program as well as design something that you guys can use with your RC controllers to have your robot do what it is that you want it to do. First of all, we decided what we want our robot to do.
I like to transform into like that.
Okay, awesome. So any ideas as to how you might want to make that happen?
I mean, we need a couple extra hundred motors.
Yeah, see, that goes against our
Yeah.
date, so we'll
Yeah.
have to toss that idea.
I mean,
Alright.
I don't think funding would be I don't know. Like, do we want to?
We needed to raise blocks.
Right, you need to raise blocks of certain height. How else do you make points?
Push
the
the flag.
And we hang and we get the robot to sit on that.
Okay, we've been really
That's
focused on
Just
hanging
like the
and
computer generated stuff.
picking up blocks. But you also get points from pushing blocks, correct?
Not as many though. It's like
Yeah.
half.
Not as many, but which is, to think about your
Yeah,
design.
look, it can work.
Are your designs, are your
About
appendage
260
designs meant for a specific task, or
Oh,
can you
you're on
do
the thing.
multiple
The name
tasks? So if what you wanna do is move blocks, lift blocks, and hang, those of you who've been building, how do your appendages help us do that?
I guess,
Any,
like what, like the street, they were like sweeping thing.
Yeah, it's better.
Could technically work to just push them, and then like pull them in and then we could just go to a certain area. and then
Yeah,
push them
I
out.
still think.
okay, do you have in your mind the parts
I don't think.
of your sweeper that need to do this?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Sort of.
Well, it, no.
No, it's okay, it's okay, when I say sort of, I'm kinda asking you to tell me a little bit more about it. What else do you need? What else do you need? I know you need parts, but let's say you can't have them. Let's say they're not available.
This is like, I don't know, because we have 2 things that obviously rotate, that would be the sweeping devices, but we don't really have a sweeping device.
Okay, so we need a sweeping device for yours to be, you need to create or identify, brainstorm a sweeping device for yours to work. And also, something to replace the rack and pinion.
Well,
So what I'm trying to do is identify some areas that we all need to jump on. Not pick yours apart, or pick yours apart, but to go, okay, if we're bleeding and we need to, that's horrible. That's what the body does. If there's an infection somewhere, the body sends all these white blood cells to attack it and get it well. That's kind of what we need to do, although nothing's sick. We need to send some brains and some bodies over to help Emmett with his. Hey, Dave, you have your hand out. What's that?
Oh, I was are any of the bases like small enough that you can just like put this plow on front?
Are they?
What do you mean, small enough?
I was
Well, you've got an 18-inch
Okay.
square.
Like 18
Well, Wesley's has like a gap in the front where it's like the top of the, or you can make it smaller.
could transform.
Oh,
Make sure there's a hole in like the chest. Put the power source so you can stack it.
Alright, I had an idea for the sweeping part of it, instead of your wheels that pull in block, I was thinking you could have a motor on each side, swing arm.
Like the switch, like this?
Yeah.
Ooh. And then it would swing and grab blocks and put them,
And then push the
Like a hub.
inward to this, which would be,
okay, what do you need to make that happen? What do you think you might need to make that happen?
need 2 motors, I don't think we need something that would be like this, but we need some sort of long bar, but not too long. And probably some axles or something, but not a whole lot.
So that design would pull blocks in and deposit them somewhere?
It would pull blocks into the plate that would elevate. So the sweeping part would move up or down, but where it allows the blocks to flip.
You can draw if you need it. This is a great time to draw.
Or you can just show.
Or show me that. If
Alright,
you draw it though, we can always look back at it and say, we're
so if
working
you
on
have
it.
your robot. Yeah, these. Arms that swing inward. And you have your plate that goes up and down.
Ooh. So with the up and down, you have the option of up and dumping or push or dropping off is a push.
Yeah.
So you combine both lift and drop with push and drop, kind of.
Yeah. Or you could just have these closed and push the blocks as well. But
Alright, I like that.
More too, because with the street sweeper idea, unless you have a really big kind of brush type of thing, you're also gonna have to drive straight onto it, pretty much. And so it's not really gonna do anything that we couldn't do already by just driving straight onto it. And so these kind of get a larger area, I think, too.
Okay. Listen, did you have any idea of, so I'm assuming that they'll fold in,
Yeah.
like collapse in on top of each other to save space, right?
Yeah.
And then, so how long would they need to be? And then you'd have to think about how far apart they need to be to open up, right? So what I'm trying to do is kind of get you guys thinking about if energy were pushed in a particular direction, what direction do you want to go? So we've got your street sweeper. There's a few drawbacks to it. It's an awesome idea. However, you have a limited amount of time, right? What's that? Yeah, that was awesome. So as a team, I've seen you here before.
Oh, I've done actually like this one.
That's great. It's great. I just didn't want to leave you out with yours. I had some great ideas and you're part of the team, so I think it's great. Guys, what?
Tyler is gonna need to come back and soon, I'm gonna periodically check, because I was way back.
One minute, and two,
Alright.
myself.
But will you listen to and give us your input?
Have any of you guys heard of Flock Dog?
Yeah, Gus, I love that thing.
Sorry, I was beating you guys. It's basically like, it's sort of like remote controlled, like, I guess this basically, except it's like commercialized and stuff. But they have a thing, because they can like pick up different like types of stuff, and like there's a one like machine thing that you drive around, and it has it's like a foam round, that's not gonna go, foam like round thing that like rotates, and it rotates and picks up the thing in it. I can find it somehow. It makes a lot more sense. If it's like silver. But I guess it just uses a mechanism that we might be able to use for picking up the blocks. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's okay. But in thinking about the amount of time that we have 3 weeks before winter break. I'm trying to figure out how we can get in on some Saturdays and over winter break. Our first scrimmage is the first weekend in January.
Right after you get back.
So
last day before break.
maybe 4 weeks, and that translates into maybe 8 sessions. Some of that has to be programming, and programming takes a while. It does, because you've got your robot built, you're figuring out how it works, and you have to decide if the program is working, we want to do this. Eventually you get into strategy, and what it is you want to do on the floor in the field, and the best ways to make points. So we have a little ways to go. It's doable. This is a great group to do it, but we have a little ways to go. So Gus, your idea is fantastic. However, think about the amount of energy and time that will need to be invested to make yours become Tetric's reality.
Yeah.
And if you want to go that route, I'm behind you 100%, but you're probably going to have to meet more than twice a week to make that happen. What do you think, Reason?
And I'm not like an engineer, but I remember on the video, I don't know if it's possible or not, but there was like an elephant mobile, that had like a suction thing that sucked up like the block, and then twisted and like turned it over and like